You have been lied to about how to read people. Most believe it is a social skill, a way to build bridges, a path to empathy. They are wrong. Understanding the human animal is not an act of kindness. It is an act of surveillance. To read a person is to dismantle their armor without them hearing the sound of the steel hitting the floor. If they know you are watching, they will perform. If they know you are measuring them, they will lie. The cost of your ignorance is a life spent as a puppet, dancing to strings pulled by hands you cannot even see. You are a blind man in a room full of knives, and you call your blindness trust. We begin with the cold reality. The dark social architecture of the human mind is built on one foundation: deception. From the moment a child learns that a fake cry brings a mother's attention, the mask is forged. You think you are looking at a face, but you are looking at a curated gallery of illusions. To read someone without them knowing, you must stop looking at what they show you and start looking at what they are trying to hide. People do not broadcast their weaknesses. They broadcast the opposite of their weaknesses. The loudest man in the room is the most terrified. The most virtuous woman is often the one struggling with the darkest impulses. Robert Greene warned us, people are constantly giving off signals, but you must be the one who filters the noise from the signal. Most of you are drowning in the noise. You have been taught to look for body language in books written for amateurs. Crossing arms, shifting eyes, fake smiles. These are the basics. The predators, the masters, they know how to fake the basics. To truly see, you must become a ghost in the room. You must adopt the cold gaze of the Stoic, an observation so detached that it does not even register as interest. If you show interest, they will become self-conscious. If you remain a void, they will rush to fill that void with their own insecurities. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Your job is to find the truth beneath the perspective. Pillar 1. The Jungian shadow and the cracks in the persona. Carl Jung spoke of the persona, the mask we wear to satisfy the demands of society. But behind every mask lies the shadow. To read a person without them knowing, you do not attack the mask, you wait for the mask to slip. Stress, fatigue, or sudden unexpected silence, these are the moments when the shadow leaks out. Observe how a person treats someone who can do absolutely nothing for them. A waiter, a janitor, a subordinate. In those moments, the mask is relaxed because they believe no one of importance is watching. That is when you see the true architecture of their soul. Cruelty disguised as efficiency, or arrogance disguised as tiredness. Jung noted that whatever is rejected from the self recurs in the appearance of fate. If you see someone constantly complaining about disloyalty in others, they are likely the most disloyal person in your circle. They are projecting their shadow onto the world. By remaining silent, by being a blank slate, you allow them to paint their own portrait upon you. They will tell you exactly who they are, not through their words, but through their projections. Do not ask questions that feel like an interrogation. Instead, use the assumptive statement.
Instead of asking, "Are you nervous?" you say, "You seem remarkably calm today." If they are nervous, they will overcorrect. They will try to prove their calmness, and in that overcorrection, the mask will crack. The friction between the lie they want to tell and the truth they are feeling produces heat. Your job is to feel that heat and remain cold. Pillar 2. The Greenean Law of Silence and Surveillance. Robert Greene's 48 laws of power dictate always say less than necessary. This is not just for your own protection, it is a tool for extraction. Human beings are naturally uncomfortable with silence. When two people sit in a room and no one speaks, the weaker mind will always break first. They will start talking to fill the vacuum. And when people talk to fill a vacuum, they stop filtering. They reveal their motives, their alliances, and their fears. To read someone, you must become a master of the dead air. When they finish a sentence, do not respond immediately. Wait. Count to 3 in your head while maintaining soft, non-threatening eye contact. They will feel the urge to justify what they just said. They will offer more detail, more proof, and in that extra detail lies the lie. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. He knew that men are so simple and yield so much to immediate necessity that the deceiver will never lack victims. By creating a necessity for speech, you create a victim of information. Watch the hands, not for gestures, but for tension. The face can be trained, the voice can be modulated, but the hands and the feet are the furthest points from the brain's conscious control. If the face is smiling, but the hands are white-knuckled or hidden under the table, believe the hands. If the torso is turned towards you, but the feet are pointed towards the door, they are already gone. They are a captive in the conversation. You have read their desire to escape, and they don't even know they've signaled it.
Pillar 3. The Machiavellian Pulse. Intent over action. Most people judge others by their actions. This is a beginner's mistake. A master reads the intent behind the action. Machiavelli taught us that a leader must be both a lion and a fox. To read the fox in others, you must look at the why, not the what. If someone offers you a gift, do not look at the gift, look at the timing. Why now? What has changed in the power dynamic that requires them to soften you? If someone criticizes you under the guise of constructive feedback, look for the needle of envy. Seneca wrote, "Mankind is born for mutual assistance, anger for mutual destruction." But in the dark social architecture, assistance is often a loan with a predatory interest rate. To read people without them knowing, you must track the social debt. Observe who keeps score. Observe who deflects credit. The person who constantly deflects credit is often the most dangerous because they are building a reputation for humility that they will eventually use as a shield for a massive power grab. They are playing the long game. By reading their trajectory, you see where they will land before they even take the first step. You must also master the baseline. To read a person, you must know what they look like when they are not lying. Observe them in trivial moments. How do they take their coffee? How do they talk about the weather? Once you have the baseline, any deviation,
no matter how small, is a red flag. A change in the pitch of the voice, a sudden use of formal language, a shift in breathing patterns, these are the tremors before the earthquake. Most people miss them because they are too busy waiting for their turn to speak. The Stoic does not wait to speak. The Stoic listens to the silence between the words.
Pillar 4. The Aurelian Fortress. The Unreadable Observer.
You cannot read others if you are a book they can easily flip through. To see the world clearly, you must be the unshakable observer. Marcus Aurelius practiced the art of objective perception, stripping things of the legends that grow around them. When you look at a powerful man, do not see the suit or the title. See the fragile animal inside, desperate for validation, terrified of death, clinging to his status like a drowning man to a piece of driftwood. When you see the fragility, you lose the fear. And when you lose the fear, your vision becomes surgical. To read people without them knowing, you must achieve apatheia, not a lack of feeling, but a freedom from being controlled by feeling. If their anger makes you angry, you are no longer reading them, you are reacting to them. They are now the ones reading you. You have handed them the remote control to your nervous system. A dark Stoic remains a mirror. When they scream, you reflect their scream back to them with a calm, hollow stare. They will see themselves in your eyes, and they will hate it. But in that hatred, they will reveal their deepest insecurities. People are like deep water. The surface can be turbulent, but the truth lies at the bottom, where it is cold and still. You must learn to dive. You must learn to ignore the ripples of their personality and look for the anchors of their character. Is their character built on a need for control, a need for love, a need for vengeance? Once you find the anchor, you can predict every move they will ever make. They will think they are making choices. You will know they are merely following the chain. The world is a stage, and most people are bad actors who have forgotten they are wearing a costume. You, however, are the director in the wings. You see the wires, you see the painted plywood, you see the sweat beneath the makeup. This knowledge is not for gossip, it is not for connection, it is for the preservation of your own sovereignty. In a world of wolves, the one who can see in the dark is king. But remember, the moment you reveal how much you see, you lose your advantage. Keep your eyes open, keep your mouth shut. Read the room, but let the room think you are just part of the furniture. Seneca once said, "He is most powerful who has power over himself." By reading the hidden scripts of others, you ensure they can never have power over you. You become the architect of your own reality, while they remain trapped in the illusions of theirs. The game is always being played. Whether you choose to see the rules or be a piece on the board is entirely up to you. Subscribe to continue hardening your mind. Your journey to absolute mastery over yourself is just beginning. Stay sharp, stay cold, be unshakable.